What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another transfer update video. Happy Sunday wherever you are in the world now. Day of rest settings, but I thought I'd come back with a little update and just keep you all informed with the latest transfer goings off inside Arsenal. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. Big up everyone who's been supporting, and we are going to be back on it a little bit more from tomorrow, Monday. You may be watching this on Monday, actually. But we're really going to start banging out the content. Pre-season has begun. First official pre-season game is next Friday. Arsenal travel to Germany tomorrow afternoon for a 4-day training camp, and then a pre-season friendly against Nuremberg over there in Germany. So things should start to hot up from Monday. Right, let's start with the news, people. You can see the headline of the title. Some of you will be surprised, some won't, but Serge Gnabry to Arsenal, as of this moment, is off. It is not going to happen, people. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted, he understands Arsenal are not working to sign Serge Gnabry. He's not in the list, and Arsenal are now focused on different targets. Gnabry has a Bayern contract proposal available, and no decision has been made on the player's side. And just to add to that, a report has come out today, people, from the English press, that if Raheem Sterling goes to Chelsea, which looks like it could happen, Manchester City are lining up Serge Gnabry as a replacement. Now, once they enter the race ends, sadly, for Arsenal. And you have to put it into context, people. If Arsenal had a real opportunity of signing Serge Gnabry, apparently is available for about 40 to 45 million. Why would they be trying to sign Rafinha for 50, 60 million? When, in my opinion, Gnabry is a better player than him. Clearly, they must have had the conversation with him, and clearly there's been some sort of rejection. He's probably, in my opinion, not willing to join Arsenal in the Europa League. I think if we got Champions League football and we threw the bag at him, we may have had the opportunity to pull at those heartstrings because of his attachment to Arsenal from the past. But this does not look like it's going to happen. A report coming out of Germany as well, saying that they still believe they had a 50-50 chance of convincing him to stay at the football club. So it looks as if potentially could go to Manchester City, if not maybe a new contract at Bayern Munich, but certainly doesn't look like Serge Gnabry is on his way to Arsenal. I know I've mentioned his name, but I'll be honest, I didn't really expect us to get this deal done. It was more a bit of a, a dream of ours. But Serge Gnabry to Arsenal, as things stand, is off, people. And I'm sorry to bring some doom to your Sunday, but we have to face reality before we can move forward. So Serge Gnabry doesn't look like it's going to happen. Arsenal had a pre-season friendly on Saturday behind closed doors, and they beat Ipswich Town 5-1 down at London Colney. The game wasn't televised, although they did show the highlights on Arsenal YouTube channel. And Eddie Nketiah scored a hat-trick. One or two decent finishes out of the three as well. Sambi Lokonga and Balogun got the other two goals. And so big up to Arsenal for winning that game. A little bit disappointed that we conceded, but, a number of youngsters played in the second half, so not the end of the world. And the interesting thing about this game, people, was a number of loan players featured, and also Hector Bellerin was captain. Now, do we read much into that? Is this just a case of he was one of the 5 captains before he left? He's come back. Xhaka and a few other players weren't involved. Odegaard, Gabriel, Tierney. So it automatically makes him the captain. Or are we reading something into this, that Hector Bellerin could be back at Arsenal next season? Now, Reece Nelson, Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Pablo Mari also featured in this game. And, it just got me thinking, out of these loan players, do you expect one or two of these loan players to feature at Arsenal next season? I've said before, out of the players coming back from loan, Saliba, I think every Arsenal fan would agree he will be back and we want him to play. I think Ainsley would be a good squad player. The problem is he has a year left on his contract. I don't see Arsenal giving him a new deal, and I don't think he would want to sign a new deal if they did offer him one. Hasn't had the best of relationships with Arteta. I think he's a good rotational option. You can use 5 subs. He can play right back, right wing back, centre mid, can play Europa League. I think he's not a bad squad player, but I think he'll probably leave. And the other one that's interesting, I'm not totally convinced, but is Reece Nelson. Now, he had a decent season in Holland. It wasn't outstanding, but he did okay. Got to the Conference League final. Would you keep Reece Nelson at Arsenal, people, as a squad player? I have to admit, I'm not fully convinced by him. I don't think he's developed in the way I would have hoped. And I would rather maybe go with other options, but it looks as if he may get a chance. So let me know what you think. Pablo Mari, for me, I would let go. Bellerin, I would let go. Torreira will leave. I think we're almost certain of that. So it was interesting to see the loan players back involved at Arsenal, and going to be interesting. The interesting thing, people, we haven't sold one player yet, apart from Guendouzi, which was already agreed in his contract. You know, so Arsenal have to get moving in this transfer window if they're going to sort things out. Now, a story that has emerged is regarding Nicolas Pepe, clubs interested in him from Spain and France. Reports going around today on ESPN that Pepe could be allowed to leave on a loan deal. On a loan deal, people. I mean, your £72 million transfer record leaving on loan. I've got to be honest. If there's no obligation to buy in that contract, I wouldn't agree to that deal. I think you've got 2 options with Nicolas Pepe. You either sell him for a suitable price and you keep it moving. You know we're going to make a big loss on him either way. We're not getting anywhere near 72 mil. We're not even going to get half. Or you put your arm around him and you say, listen, you're going to get a lot of football this year. 5 subs. We need to rotate because of the Prem, because of Europa League, and you prove one last chance. They, for me, are your 2 options. Or you loan him with an obligation, which means in 12 months' time he leaves. To loan him out with no obligation, for me, makes no sense. We don't get the cash and we don't get the player. Let me know what you think regarding Nicolas Pepe. We spoke about it the other day. I think people are comfortable with the possibility of him leaving, especially if we bring in a replacement. But for me, it has to be a permanent deal or a loan where we know we're going to get paid for him in 12 months' time. A loan with maybe an option or a negotiation at the end of it is not a good deal, in my opinion, for a guy who paid £72 million for. So let me know what you think about that. Nicolas Pepe, I think if you don't sell him, you keep him. So let me know what you think regarding Nico Ross, Clark Pepe. And final story of the day, people, is Yuri Tielemans. Ben Jacobs reporting today that Yuri Tielemans is totally convinced of the Arsenal project and wants to join the football club. But as of yet, no offer has been made by Arsenal Football Club. I mean, what are we really doing in this transfer window now? You know, 2 weeks ago, we were hyped. Jesus agreed. Rafinha on the way. Tielemans nearly done. Lisandro on the way. We're sitting here 2 weeks later. Lisandro, we'll speak about that in a minute. Tielemans nowhere. Jesus, we don't want to announce it for some reason. And Rafinha will end up at Barca probably. So we've got to get moving. Why negotiate with a player? Get them to agree terms and then not make the offer to buy them. You know, unless you're signing somebody else who you think's better. That's the only understandable reason. Lisandro Martinez, of course, as well. Looks as if this is going to become a straight shootout with Manchester United. Now, I've got to be honest, people. At the moment, I'm not convinced he becomes an Arsenal player because I don't think we can guarantee him first-team football. As I've said to people many times, people say he can play left-back. He played 1 game last season at left-back. When you can play in a position, it doesn't mean you're a specialist there. He's a centre-back by trade, and I don't think he gets in the Arsenal centre-back pairing at the moment ahead of Gabriel as that left-sided centre-back. Maybe in time, but I think Manchester United can guarantee him first-team football. He'll replace Maguire and play next to Varane. He's played with Ten Hag. I don't know how you convince him, and I don't know if Arsenal need to spend £40 million on a player that is potentially going to sit on the bench. I know a lot of you have said in the comments you rate him highly. Let me know what you think. Reports coming out, Manchester United have offered 37 million. Arsenal apparently offered 35. Ajax want 43. David Ornstein reporting that there will be a meeting with Arsenal and Manchester United this week to sign him. The thing with Arsenal, what makes me laugh with Arsenal, Arsenal are like, you know, your mum sends you to the shop to buy some milk and you come back with, you know, a pair of tennis rackets, you know. I'm saying tennis because right now I'm watching, you know, Djokovic on TV. But, you know, we're buying things that aren't even the priority right now. You've been sent shop to get the milk. Bring the milk back and then deal with anything else afterwards. You know what? I don't know what Arsenal are doing. We need a centre mid. We're buying a left-sided centre back when you got Gabriel. You know, we needed a striker. We've got the striker. That's good. Fabio Vieira I wasn't expecting either, but buy what you need. Get cover at left back. Get a centre midfielder. Get another winger if Pepe's going to go. And then keep it moving for these other positions, man. I just don't understand with Arsenal. But Lisandro Martinez, I'm not confident. I'm going to keep it 100. As I said, what I've seen of him, he looks good. He is small. 5'9" for a centre-back. Quite small in the Premier League. I'm not saying that makes him a bad centre-back. I'm saying that is an attribute that is key, although apparently he is good in the air despite his lack of height. So we'll have to see what that one. It's an interesting one. But listen, massive week for Arsenal. Expecting Gabriel Jesus to be announced on Monday. I don't know what they're waiting for. If the video ain't absolutely amazing, then I want to know why it took them a week to announce it. But it will be done. I just want it to be announced so we can move on to the next one, which we definitely need to get sorted. Big up everyone for tuning in. Let me know about the things we've spoken about today. Pepe on loan, Gnabry off, a battle with United for Lisandro. We beat Ipswich 5-1. And Yuri Tillemans, if we've negotiated with him, why have we not made an offer to sign him? Let me know in the comments. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday or your Monday if you're watching after midnight. And I'll see you tomorrow, people. Bless.